Welcome guys, this is the next tutorial in wireless hacking. So in the previous method we used tools like Airmon, Aircrack, Aerodump to crack the Wi-Fi hash, and what was the concept there, that we were deauthenticating a client, and then as soon as it reconnected we captured the handshake and then we cracked it, right? But the disadvantage there was that it will only work if we have the password in our word list. But now the scenario is different. At this time, we do not need to have that password in our word list. So we can basically hack any password over here. And this method is known as evil twin method. So as the name suggests, evil twin, what do we mean? So for example, there is one access point or one Wi-Fi for you in easier terms, and it is called as crackme. Okay, the one we took in example in the previous tutorial. So let's say the access point is called as crackme. So what an attacker will do, attacker needs to have an external adapter for sure, that goes without saying. And for you also to perform this attack, you would be requiring an external adapter. So you will create another fake access point, which is actually the evil twin, a very similar access point we will create, and it will have the same name as crackme. So what it will do, we will deauthenticate the user from its original access point and make him connect to our access point, which is crackme. And he should not be suspicious because of the name is exactly the same. And as soon as he connects, because his earlier Wi-Fi got disconnected as we sent the deauthentication packets, so as soon as he will connect to our access point, so he will be shown a prompt which says enter a password. So he has to enter the correct password in order to gain access. And as soon as he enters the correct password, we will capture that. So the password can be anything. There is no limitation of password existing in word list or not. So as soon as he enters, we capture that. It is that simple. Now this was all the theory and the understanding you need to have. Now let's go to the practical directly. So there is a tool that we need to download. Go to Google and here simply type as Fluxion. Hit enter. Okay, so this the first link you will get GitHub. So click this. Now we have to download this tool. Okay, so click on code. This will be the link. In general also, whenever we have to download anything, any code from GitHub, we copy this particular link, go to the terminal. Now on desktop, let's download this. Type git space clone and paste the URL, hit enter. It will simply clone that and provide that to us. Alright, so if we minimize this thing, we can see that Fluxion is provided over here. Now log sign is present over here because we created from the root user. If we are normal user and we try to make some changes, it won't happen since root only has created this folder. So root only has the permissions. Okay, so what we'll do now, we will go to Fluxion, change the directory to Fluxion. So what you have to do now, if you type ls, you will find fluxion.sh. So simply /fluxion.sh and hit enter. It will run this tool. Okay, as these certain dependencies are missing over here, so we need to install those first. And it says missing dependencies, try to install using the following command. So fluxion.sh -i. Okay, hit enter. It will install all the dependencies that are remaining. Alright, so finally it took a lot of time, but finally it has been installed properly. All the dependencies have been satisfied. Now it says choose your language. It is a very automated tool and you need not do much to it. So simply type 5 over here since we are interested in English. Hit enter. Here let's go with the second option. Click on 2. Now press 3 and hit enter. So this is a similar window like earlier Aerodump was showing. So as soon as you see your target Wi-Fi, the one that you want to attack, wait for 5 seconds and then close the window. Okay. So this crackme has been there for a while. 5 seconds are over. Now let's close this window by Control C. So it will show all the ones that were displayed earlier. Now we have to attack this. So we type 5 and hit enter since this was a fifth option. So now if you are unsure over here, it says that you can choose skip. Skip is the second option. So just for safety and you don't mess up things, let's go with 2 only. So here for deauthentication, the second one is the best. Let's go with that. Alright, so options are pretty clear. It always says that this one is recommended. So let's go with 2. Now again, we'll go with the recommended setting. Click 1. Select 1. Again, as it says that synchronously is recommended, so fine, let's go with that. Now it will open a lot of windows. So till when we have to wait? We have to wait till the time handshake hasn't been captured. So as soon as the handshake is captured, it will say that handshake snooper attack completed, and now we have the handshake. Okay, so you can simply close the window. Now I will tell you later in the video that why this step was important, why we cannot take simply just the password that the user enters. So I'll explain it in the end. And now is the point when we are creating the evil twin. Okay, so we will go with the first option. Let's select another attack. Now we have to, earlier we went with the second option. Now let's go with the first option, creating evil twin. So as it says, it automatically detected that we did something with this access point. So it says, is it the one that you want to attack? Let's select yes and hit enter. Again, you can skip this step, hit enter. So this is basically the fake access point that we are creating. So we want WLAN 0 mon over here. Select that. Okay. Select a method of deauthentication. This time we will go with MDK4. Click 1 and hit enter. Next, it automatically tells you that which one is recommended. So go with that, hit enter. So password verification method, we will go again with one hash cow patty. Again, select the first option. Now this is completely automated tool, so you need not worry. Just keep selecting the options which are recommended. Again, we'll go with cow patty verification, hit enter. So don't mind this text because when I scroll up, it automatically gets filled up like this. So here we have to select this none, disable SSL, select third option. As usual, we will go with the recommended setting, hit enter. Now we have a lot of stuff, and over here we have the fake access point that we are gonna create. Now these are kind of routers for the fake access point that we are creating. So these are the languages in which it will be provided. Okay, now remember to choose a perfect one. So we'll go with TP-Link, and there are 3 options for TP-Link: ENIT, Turkish, Italian, English. So we'll go with the English one, that is 67. Now as you can see, one window has opened, and side by side more windows has been opened. So now if in your mobile or any other device, if you see the access points, you will see now 2 crack me. Okay, one will be logged and one will be an open Wi-Fi. Alright, so click on the one that is open, because if on the closed one you click, you won't be connected because of deauthentication. Now the user has to click on the open Wi-Fi which is not logged. Okay, as soon as he clicks on it, you can see some activity over here. So in another laptop, I have connected to this fake crack me. Alright, and then it shows me a router config page. Now I will show that on screen, that how the page is appearing. I have opened that on laptop. You can also try that on another laptop that you have. So when I'm not able to use the internet, I will think, okay, it is asking for passphrase. Let me enter the passphrase. So as soon as I enter my passphrase, let's see what happens. Now there it is showing me a TP-Link update page that some upgrade is taking place, but here actually it has captured the password in this particular file. Okay, so now if we go to this particular location inside desktop, Fluxion folder, attacks, captive portal, netlog, let's do that actually side by side. Go to attacks, captive portal, then netlog, then this particular crackme.log file. Let's see what we have over here. Let's open this, and we have all the details. We have the password also. That's a really cool thing. Okay, so one question must be arising, that what would happen if the user will enter a wrong password? It will not accept that password and show him wrong password. Now how do we know that it's a wrong password? Because the first step that we did when we deauthenticated and captured the hash, so now it is actually matching whatever the user is entering, it converts into hash and matches with the captured hash. If it doesn't match, then it says a wrong password. So only if he enters the correct password, it will show that okay, password accepted and the following thing is being upgraded. So this is how, even if you don't want to attack through dictionary attacks, this attack is possible like this. And this is actually a very neat attack, and it will work most of the times because people usually don't have a very good knowledge that what is this upgrade screen and whatever sort of things that they are prompted with. Use it only for learning purpose, education purpose, and do not attack anywhere in public. You will face very severe consequences. It is considered a cyber crime. And hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching this tutorial.